Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to show container use with Claude Code and a really cool use case for why isolated environments are so important for AI agents. So first of all, what I've done is I've installed container use with the instructions here on the README that show you how to use the Homebrew tab. And I've also configured Claude Code to use container use with these instructions as well. And so what I'm going to do is I have my personal website, and I know that I want to enhance the theme a bit. I want to make the site a bit flashier. But as someone that's not uh, super inclined on developing UIs, like I don't know exactly what I want to change. And so if you've been in this situation before, you've probably had a flow like this with an AI agent where you say, I want a different feel for my website. Maybe try this and it does some work, and maybe that's not quite right. And you go through a few iterations sequentially, and it's continuing to make changes. And eventually you look at these changes and it's just a big mess, and you end up just deleting all the code. And that's where isolated environments are really cool, because you can actually ask the agent to actually just create a separate environment to try each of these different variations of what you might be thinking, if you're not exactly sure what you want it to make. So you might say, maybe try a darker theme for the website, maybe try a specific color scheme, maybe a few different things. And it can actually try each of those changes in isolation and also concurrently. So you're not sitting here waiting and iterating on each change. You're actually just going to get a whole bunch of different results to look at and kind of pick one to decide what you actually want. So over here in Claude Code, like I said, I've configured it to use container use, and I have this prompt where I say, I want some new themes for my website. Can you create 2 new versions of the site in their own environments, one with a dark theme and one with a purple gradient? Run both versions when they're done and give me the URLs. So now we give this to Claude. It's going to start thinking about these 2 different asks that we gave it. So it's going to create completely different environments, give us each of these versions of the website when they're done. And they're not going to mangle our current code base. They're going to be in their own little isolated Git work tree that we can look at, and also their own container with these tools installed. And then while Claude works, we can just sit back and we can sip our coffee. We can scroll Reddit and basically just wait for Claude to be finished. Excellent. Looks like it's done. Let's see what we have here. I can see here that it gave us 2 URLs for our dark theme and our purple gradient theme that we asked for. Let's check out this dark theme first. So remember, this is our original theme, this kind of white website with this text, and it came up with this kind of dark purple color scheme for us. So basically what we asked for, we didn't give a ton of direction. Let's check out the purple theme as well. So we have a purple gradient theme that we asked for, and yeah, it's a lot brighter. Maybe not the best color scheme because we have some clashing colors, but I kind of like this dark theme. So if we wanted to go back and look at what changes it made, I can go over here and say CU list, and we can see we have that dark theme and our purple gradient theme. And I can see, for example, with a purple gradient, let's see what changes it made. So CU log, and as you might expect, it changed a bunch of the CSS to be this purple color scheme with a gradient. So super cool. So if I wanted to go ahead and merge this in, CU lists once again. So if I want this dark theme, I can say CU merge, boom, and that will be merged into my branch, and then I can push those commits and they'll be live on my website. So with this method, with these isolated environments, I was able to kind of prototype a bunch of different changes all at once to look at what those look like in isolation. I didn't mess up my main branch, and I didn't have all these changes clobbering each other on top of a bunch of iterations like we talked about with this original flowchart, where you make a bunch of changes and each time it kind of dirties up the workspace. We're able to actually make these changes in isolation and come up with a clean solution that I'm able to merge into my branch if I choose to.